Hello, everybody. Welcome to the weekly energy forecast, where we're going to dive into astrology for this week, starting on August 4th until the 10th of August, and the tarot cards to prepare you for manifesting the very best thing this week. And so far, I see that we have a lot of tension in astrology, but also very beautiful opportunities. So, Sophie, how do you feel? And how do you feel about this week?
I feel it's going to be good. I feel it's going to push you, give you motivation. I see a lot of, I sense a lot of Mars energy. So we'll see in the cards.
Yeah, and we have Mars entering Libra, making an opposition to Saturn and Neptune. So indeed, we have a lot of Mars energy, which can be, and I mentioned tension, but also I think it can be like a really great booster for us to get into action and to realize our dreams. So there's a lot of beautiful things. Let's start with the cards, shall we,
Yeah,
for the week?
absolutely. Let's see what we have for people watching live and on replay for this week, please. For this week of, can't believe, August
4th already. Ah,
First energy is observer. Then we have imprisonment trap. Interesting. And we have good news. Yeah, that's what I was feeling. Something was about to just break out of this energy. So then we're going to be using tarot underneath. We're going to see what is the main energy with those three cards for this week energy, both in personal life and on a more collective level. So more of a world event kind of energy as well, because it can apply for both, of course. We have the Five of Wands with the observer. So with a card of kind of a conflict with this Five of Wands, it's nice that we have the card of observer that comes with it, because it doesn't mean that you're going to engage with it. Doesn't mean that you're going to be in it. It means a little bit of a kind of a meditation energy where you can see it. You can really assess it from a distance, and you can really see through it. So you're not going to want drama. You're not going to want to be standing in conflict. You're just going to be observing it and observing what is really going on here, and maybe having breakthroughs. We have the card of imprisonment, trapped, confined, isolated, with the card of the High Priestess. So I think that it's very much an energy of meditation, very much an energy of observing what is trapped inside of us and where we feel trapped in life, observing where we have been not progressing in your career, maybe in your healing, maybe physical or mental, in many area of your life. Where have you been feeling that there is not a lot of process? Where have you been feeling that you have been putting in a lot of emotions on a back burner, or not a lot of your dreams on a back burner? And this week is going to bring you something to work on this. We have the card of good news. So let's see what goes with good news. We have the Ten of Swords, putting an end to all of this. So the card, when I split the deck in two, we have Ace of Cup. I feel like this is a week where you are about to start it as any other week, where you would feel, you mentioned tension. You're going to feel it as usual. You're going to feel it as a little bit more disengaged than usual with what is going on in your life, inner conflict or outer conflict. Maybe cultural, maybe the world event, maybe stress, maybe shock of values, or anything in your life where you feel that something is off. I don't think there is going to be new things coming in that are tensions. Just to be clear, I think that's just what is already there. But you're going to be feeling a little bit more an observer, right? A little bit more at a distance to see what is going on really. And I think there is going to be a little bit of inner work that is going to happen either through your dreams. First, I mentioned meditation. If you meditate, this is going to help you a lot. If you are seeing by this observation that you're reacting in different ways, or you don't know what is going on necessarily, but you feel that something is moving inside, then you're going to be really able to see, oh, wow, actually, I am I am willing to put an end to something. I'm willing to take a risk, and I'm willing to put, like I said, an end to the tensions, to something that is no longer meant for me. So we're still in that phase of pulling out of our life things that we don't want to bring in the new phase. We're still in, nope, this is not for me, removing parasites physically, emotionally in your life, and putting a concrete ending to what has been hurting you mentally, or trapping you, or stopping your process in life in areas where you wanted to have progress and where you wanted to go to the next level. All of this is going to ask you to not stay in the same routine and the same reaction as you were before, but to really let your subconscious tell you when it's time to act on it. And because we have the grenade, I think that you could have, just in a flash of a second, just maybe a burst of energy, just you can explode. Also, just trust your intuition that all is well, and that those things, even though you may feel like you're angry or you're sad or whatever it is, trust it, because that is meant to release this routine and the same pattern that you were stuck in.
Okay. And you know what? That makes absolute sense because it's the last week where we have Mercury retrograde and it's in Leo. So this is kind of the last part of the major introspection that we're meant to do in order to release some stuff, to change beliefs, to change things that we need to change in our lives. And with Leo, it's like, how can you shine more of your light? How can you be more fulfilled? How can you be more in the frequency of love, of joy? And what really lights you up? And the process of Mercury retrograde going through that is to remove things that are no longer serving you in order to shine your brightest light possible. So I think this is the last week of those adjustments and that letting go, the purge, maybe. I know I'm going through a big one. And as soon as next Monday, the 11th, Mercury is going direct. So I think this is also going to change a lot of the energies. And we have the Lionsgate this week. We have a Sirius activation. We have a full moon in Aquarius, which is also a lot about what you've just been describing. So before I dive into it, if you'd like to book your one-on-one reading with this amazing oracle, you can do so right now. She still has a few spots, I believe, before she goes into training later this summer. So this is your chance to book with Sophie, either the 30-minute pre-recorded tarot reading where you get the chance to ask all of your questions and receive a private video link with your answers being read by the amazing Sophie. Or also we have the past lives reading, which is not here, but also the tarot reading. Both are 1 hour. They are live Zoom consultation where you get the chance to interact, ask your questions, and get the amazing guidance. And for all of those 3 options, don't forget your code Jupiter to get 10% off your next reading. Sophie, how is it going with reading so far? Still have a couple of spots for August, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. Then I will go to training for medical intuitive. I love that. And I will be back for the end of August.
Yeah, so I love that. Perfect for a vacation season. And to start, let's say, eclipse season, Virgo season with a bang. So let's dive into the astrology because this week it is truly beautiful. A lot of tension. As I said earlier, we had the little lightning bolt here that I put on 3 of those dates because we're gonna have Mars up stepping into the sign of Libra, which makes an opposition to where Saturn and Neptune are located. So it's making like a big tension in the universe. So we're going to feel that, but also as a, let's say, as a burst of let's change things, let's get into action. So this is also, of course, positive, but disruptive. And on Friday, we have Lionsgate, so the 8/8. And I just want to mention here, because I know there's a lot of contradiction in the spiritual community. Some say it's a hoax, some say no, it's real. I know you pulled cards already, and you said that the heliacal rising period, which is not just the 8-8, but since depending on where you are in the world, the latitude, uh, some people are already able to see the rising of Sirius right before sunset. I know where we are, it's going to be on August 15th. So for all of that period until the end of August, we are into the period of Sirius rising. So Sirius taking more, let's say, energetic power. And you said with the cards that it was a very, very powerful period. So not just the 8-8. The 8-8 is more of a numerological portal. And also it said that the energy is peaking there. And I want to say that the heliacal rising is not an astrological event, but rather an astronomical event. So we can see it with our eyes. The sun is not aligning with Sirius. It was aligning in July with Sirius. But what makes this Lionsgate special this year is that we have Jupiter just about to get into a conjunction with Venus on the star Sirius. So both are very lucky planets. They are the benefactors of astrology. Sirius is the star of wealth, of honors, of beautiful off-world guidance. So we have like a lot of this beautiful help and guidance coming to us at this time, and also beautiful opportunities coming our way. So this makes it really magical this year. And the next day, we still have this energy of Jupiter being on Sirius, and we have the full moon in Aquarius, which is both beautiful, you can see the star there, and also disruptive with the lightning bolt, because we have the exact Mars-Neptune opposition with Saturn at this point. And Aquarius is the sign where we want to rebel, we want to have more freedom. I believe you mentioned that with the cards as well. It's a full moon, so there is a need of a release. And I made a slide there, so I just remembered I have a slide. And I just want to mention that also, since it's activating the sign of Aquarius, it's activating the polarity of Leo and Aquarius. So people who have placements in those signs are going to feel it the most. And this is where Pluto is. So we also have this energy of death and rebirth with our friend Pluto that is there. And also this full moon is making a grand trine between Mars, Uranus, and Pluto in air signs. So also if you have a lot of air signs in your chart, you're going to feel very, very supported throughout this full moon. And we're going to all feel very guided towards connecting even more with like-minded souls, like-minded people. But also there's like a cleansing process that takes place with our surroundings, with people surrounding us. And we're seeing like the reality and the people for who they are. So it's part of also of this full moon. Full moon brings truth to light. It brings secrets to light, hidden information to light. And I call this full moon coming together and wanting more freedom. So although in the world, this Mars opposition could play out as more attempts by the powers that be to control the population through new regulation. It's in Libra. I believe on a more personal level, it could be, and also collective, people coming together to demand change and create their own structures, create their own communities, share together, share the high frequencies, and also rebel. So you're gonna have like the opportunity to create your own world and create your own frequency through communities, friendships, like-minded soul. There could also be death and rebirth of relationships. Some will end while some other ones will be born. Maybe you're going to find new members of your soul tribe around this full moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of communities, of friendships. And it's said that the friendships are the more evolved form of relationship that we have on Earth. So this is truly magical. And I believe this one is like all about the connection with the soul tribe. Also, we can see a culmination of energy regarding project online, social events, networking projects, social media project. Is going to be a very, very social full moon, also with the grand trine with the air sign. Air signs are all about connecting, talking, communicating, getting together, being social. So if you have like a project around this time, just focus on connecting with people that support your vision. It's going to be so, so, so helpful. So the focus will be on flowing relationship and getting in the flow, not trying to force things, because we're trying to get away from the energy of opposition with Mars. So finding ease and balance, connecting with the right people, with like-minded souls. And if we have relationships in our lives where there are some hidden agendas or attempts of control, an unbalanced power dynamic, they will become more known, more, let's say, on the forefront of our consciousness, because it's a full moon. And it's not a time to force outcomes and force other people, but it's a time of letting go, of connection, and also letting go of old roles that we played in relationships that were not truly authentic to our true selves, because Aquarius really wants to be authentic. And we could also be discovering secrets from the past that allow us to free ourselves even more. And at the same time, we still have Jupiter almost in a conjunction with Venus on the star Sirius. So it's like a very empowered sort of energy. The light is gaining power and momentum. So this is a beautiful full moon, full of potential, full of light. So this is going to really taint the energy of this week. We're going to be in the full moon energy all week. Also, the line gate portal is going to be super powerful, also with that Jupiter on Sirius. And I believe also Aquarius is the sign of the future. So we're going to be planting the seeds and doing the work in order to make our dreams come true, which is also Aquarius. So I absolutely love that. How do you feel about the astrology, Sophie? Do you think it aligns with the cards?
Absolutely. And I keep smiling because I have a flight on that day. And if you know me, I have a phobia of planes. And like what you have been saying about like empowerment and like future and planting seed, I was like, okay, it is supported. So if like me, you have some kind of big presentation, or you have a deadline for something, or you have a project or anything, I think that could be very supportive, right?
Yeah, and especially with other people. So ask for support, ask for help, your guides also. But other people are going to be very supportive of your goals, of your dreams. And I think this is going to make what is going to make your experience so different from the last times that you've tried flying, where maybe it didn't work exactly like you wanted to. I love that. And if you'd like to start your journey through your own astrology, your birth chart, it's possible to order some here on the Maison Jupiter website. The link is down below in the description box. So it's your own blueprint for this incarnation here on Earth. It's your own very, very unique cosmic blueprint. And you get this digital art print, which is in the color of your choice. That's accompanied by a 15 to 20 pages of report explaining your most important alignments and what makes your blueprint, your birth chart, so unique. So I think this is a great place to start if you'd like to understand more of your astrology, so you can also understand what is being activated in your birth chart every week when we talk about astrology. Awesome. So do check out the schedule for this week. It's going to be posted around this time every Monday on the YouTube community post, also on our community. And we're going to have, of course, beautiful shows for you this week. And we're sending you much love. Have an amazing full moon in Aquarius, an amazing Lionsgate portal. And we're sending you so much love. Have a beautiful